True Heroes is brought to you by Project Rebuild. In this feature, we get a glimpse of what life is like through the eyes of one of our bravest soldiers.
My name is John Mulquin. I served in the United States Army as a combat medic for 4 years, and I served one tour in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom. When at the MEP station, I decided to become a medic. I really wanted the opportunity to be able to help our soldiers out there on the field, in clinics, hospitals, and whatnot. And after a few hours of prayer coming to that decision, I went ahead and signed up when I was 29 years old, right towards the end of being able to enlist into a first enlistment. Straight out of medic school, I went to Fort Bliss, and after a month of getting integrated there, I was shipped off to Kuwait with my brigade support battalion. And so I worked in the emergency room while I was in Iraq. When I got back from Iraq, I was transferred to a tax preparation team and then to a infantry battalion. So with the infantry battalion, a lot more of the soldiering being done with the company that I was assigned to, but then still having more medic training, where actually I was training medics that were getting ready for the unit's next deployment to Afghanistan. So I had initially 4 and up to like 10 different medics that I trained in the field for being down there, boots on the ground with our infantry. We had incoming mortars pretty much all the time. Upon first getting into country, you're trained to, hit the ground. When you hear a certain color called, you go to the bunkers. And the first couple months that you're in Iraq, that's what you do. But after that, you just kind of get used to it. And you don't respond. Like, I got to the point where I'm like, if it's gonna hit my living quarters, it's gonna hit my living quarters, and there ain't nothing I can do. The PTSD, being a medic, I looked into it for probably about a year before I allowed them to diagnose me with it. I just kept writing it off as anxiety and high anxiety. And the more research I did with it and the more doctors I talked to, I had to give up the fight from not being labeled as having PTSD. I'm very proud of what I did when I was in Iraq. I helped keep the emergency room running. I kept the ambulances and medical evacuations running. I loaded up many choppers with patients, and I was actually, one of my primary responsibilities was making sure that everybody had their immunizations. And all the different facets of being a medic, I found absolutely fascinating. But then when I got back from Iraq and I was put into more of a trainer's position, making sure that our medics were trained up for the next deployment, my proudest thing is that I know that all my medics saved lives and they all came back alive.
Visit militarywarriors.org/Project Rebuild. Find out how you can help these true heroes rebuild their lives.